back in the early 2000s, the US government was looking for an Israeli mole in the State Department known as MEGA. You might remember back in 1985, Jonathan Pollard, a US Navy intelligence analyst, was arrested for spying for Israel. The US government didn't believe he was acting alone. They thought another individual named Mr. X, a still unknown American insider, was allegedly providing Pollard with file numbers and secret document lists beyond what he was cleared for. 12 years later, in 1997, there was a flare-up when the US government started looking for an Israeli mole known as codename Mega. In January of 1997, the NSA intercepted a phone call conversation between an Israeli intelligence officer in Washington and his superior in Tel Aviv. In that call, the Washington agent was trying to get access to a secret US government letter from the Secretary of State to the Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. In the phone call, the station chief suggested, quote, "The ambassador wants me to use Mega to get the letter." When this leak first became public, it was reported by the Washington Post and it caused a firestorm. US officials inferred that Mega could be codenamed for a high-level mole within the US government, possibly someone even better placed than Pollard, who could access top-secret diplomatic files. The FBI promptly opened a counterintelligence investigation to discover who Mega was. Media reports at the time described Mega as a senior US official who was allegedly feeding Israel sensitive US diplomatic information. The mere hint of an Israeli spy sent shockwaves across Washington and Tel Aviv. The White House refused to comment, while Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office referred to the story as totally baseless. Israeli officials insisted that they would be crazy to spy on America after the Pollard scandal. Some U.S. Jewish organizations reacted defensively. The Anti-Defamation League's director, Abraham Foxman, suggested that the leak about Mega was a smear by someone trying to destroy or hurt U.S.-Israeli relations. From the very beginning, there were competing interpretations of the NSA intercepted phone call regarding Mega. U.S. intelligence officials saw it as evidence of a new Israeli mole, given the context, and that the Israelis' remarks that Mega was, quote, not to be used for this task. The FBI feared that Mega was an ongoing source at the policy-making level. Indeed, the FBI and the DOJ personnel had been obsessed since Pollard's arrest with the idea of a second Israeli agent in Washington. Some speculated that Mega could be a State Department or White House insider with Middle East policy secrets. Israeli officials, however, offered a benign explanation. They told the CIA that Mega was not a spy at all, but rather a codename for Israel's official intelligence liaison with the US, essentially the Mossad's backchannel to the CIA. By this, Israeli officials meant that when they would use the term Mega, what they actually meant was ask our friends at the CIA. Clinton administration at the time, however, did not fully accept this explanation, and they did not rule out that there still might be an Israeli mole at high levels in the US government among them. The incident had real fallout. It confirmed to Israel that the United States had cracked Israeli codes, since American eavesdroppers not only recorded the call, but clearly understood Mega in this context. The investigation ran into dead ends, and the media publicity eventually died out. Who exactly Mega was, or even if it truly referred to a spy, remains a mystery. There has been some speculation, although this remains unverified, that the Monica Lewinsky scandal was actually used by Israel as blackmail to stop the Clinton administration for looking for the Israeli mole in the US government known as Mega. Intelligence sources, however, acknowledge that Mega could have simply been a nickname for a friendly US official rather than a recruited agent. In other words, Mega might have been an American who occasionally cooperated with Israel through unofficial channels. However, many in the US government were still not convinced by these innocent interpretations. The FBI's counterintelligence chief of the late 90s, David Zaddy, was so alarmed by persistent Israeli spying that he took the extraordinary step of hauling in the Mossad's Washington station chief and warning him to, quote, knock it off. Around the same time, the CIA pointedly warned in a classified 1996 report that Israel was one of 6 countries running active espionage operations against US economic and technological secrets. In short, while the 1997 hunt for the Israeli mole Mega yielded no results, it underscored the lingering US suspicions that Israel continued to spy in the United States even after the Jonathan Pollard scandal. If you like this video, please click the like button below, and if you want to see more videos of mine, make sure to click the button and subscribe to my channel as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.